Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to draft a halter neckline pattern. So in this tutorial we need the half scale bodice block. So if you are yet to watch a video on the half scale on how to draft the half scale bodice block, kindly check the description box for the link. So here first I'll be adapting this to armhole princess dart, not a busty, just armhole princess dart. So on the front block, I'm going to connect the midpoint of the armhole to the bust point. So I'll pick my curve ruler and connect the midpoint of the armhole to the bust point. So after doing that, I'll go to the back block and also connect the midpoint of the armhole to the dart apex. And then the next thing I'll be doing is to adapt the back neckline depth to 0.5. You know, the basic neckline depth is 1 inch, so I'll be adapting it to 0.5 because this is going to be having collar. So I'm marking 0.5 inch from the shoulder line, so I'm reducing the depth of 1 inch to 0.5 inch, and then I'll connect it to the dart to the neckline width. So invariably I'll reduce the neckline depth to 0.5 inch instead of 1 inch. Now here on the front pattern, I'll mark 5 inch from my shoulder line. That is 2 inch from the basic neckline depth. So 5 inch from the shoulder line. I'll also do the same thing on the other end so I can have a straight line. And then I'll connect it horizontally. So on this line from the center front, I'll mark 3 inch. And then on the chest line, I'm going to make the chest line my break point. Well, that will be the end of the neckline, the end of my neckline depth. So it will be my break point. So I'm going to mark 1 inch zipper allowance. This is optional. You can add your zipper allowance while you're cutting on fabric. So the chest line, I'll extend it by 1 inch and connect it to the hem. So here is the zipper allowance because I want zipper in front of this. So this is 3 inch from center front. Okay, and on the neckline above the shoulder line, I'm going to extend the neckline. But first I'll come to the back neckline and measure what I have there, like so. I'm going to take my measurement of the back neckline like so, and then I'll transfer it to the front neckline. So I have 3.5 inch. So from the shoulder line on the neckline width, I'm going to extend that point by 3.5 inch, which is the back neckline. I'll extend it straight up like that, 3.5, which is what I have measured on the back neckline. So after extending it straight up like that, on that point I'll move out by 0.5 inch. I'll move out by 0.5 inch because that line is not going to be straight like that for the neckline. So I'll come out by 0.5 inch like that and then connect it to the neckline. So now I'll create my collar width on that new line that I just drew. So the collar width I'll be using is 2.5 inch. Yours can be lesser, it can be 2 inch, but it shouldn't be less than 2 inch for the beauty of it, but I'm using 2.5. So I'm going to mark the 2.5 inch from this end. So that's the collar width. Now I'm going to connect the collar width to the 3 inch at above the chest line, but before that, at that point I'm going to move up by 1 inch because that collar width is not going to be straight like that. So at the end of the 2.5 that I measured, I'll move up by 1 inch. And then I'll connect it to the end here. So this is our new collar width. And then from this end, I'm going to connect with a curve to the 3 inch that we earlier marked above the chest line. So after connecting the collar width to the 3 inch, then I'll connect it to the break point with a slanted line, like so. And then this is our halter neckline pattern. So I'll be cutting this out and then we'll see how it looks. So now I'll be cutting out my dart in order to close the bust dart. So I'll go ahead and close the bust dart. If you notice, I'm closing the bust dart before cutting out the side seam. This is because while closing the bust dart, you might have little shifts on the side which you have to blend. Not in all cases, but in most cases you'll be having a little shift like that, and then you blend it. So that's the essence of not cutting the side seam before closing the dart. So now I'll go ahead and cut. So here is our front pattern. And here is the back pattern. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. In our next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this pattern. So if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell. So here I'll be adding 0.5 inch seam allowance all around the center back pattern, and on the side back I'll add 0.5 inch to this end, 1 inch side seam allowance, 0.5 inch to the hem, and the other part 0.5, but the side seam will be 1 inch. Here I'll be adding 0.5 inch seam allowance. Here I already have the zipper allowance, so I won't be adding anything to that. But here 0.5 inch all round, 0.5 inch seam allowance down to this end. Okay, and also 0.5 inch seam allowance here and on the hem as well, 0.5 inch at the armhole. So this is my side front, and then this is my center front pattern. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.